Welcome to SKUMCAST.
I don't know.
You want me to intro? I'll intro.
Alright.
Okay, guys. Remember that one podcast that we had called SKUMCAST and it didn't go very well? Well, it went well. It just didn't go far. So we're going to redo this.
Yeah, we're going to read this.
We're going to completely redo this. Welcome to SKUMCAST. I'm Jacob Bishop. I'm here with Corey Madiavis, which is also the host here.
Yes, sir. This is Corey.
He's Egyptian.
And you're white.
Wow, dude. Way to bring racism in this. Crazy.
What?
Wrong time to bring that into here.
Oh, yeah. No.
This
in
is
completely
like-
wrong time.
I have my nose right on the pop filter. You guys want to hear me drink?
Hey,
What?
I may be Egyptian, but I'm also white, too. So, I mean, it's just two white guys talking at this point.
That is true.
Typical podcast meme.
I really hope everyone believes you're Egyptian. Well,
Anyway, welcome to the podcast. Enjoy the show. It's gonna be where we're gonna be pretty much talking about anything and everything. Expect guests from us soon. And yeah, let's achieve something great today.
I'm gonna say this right now, just like I said on the first podcast. If you're very sensitive to vulgar content and you only can listen to, Frozen soundtracks and G-rated movies, then this is definitely not the place. This is called SKUMCAST, so we're basically pieces of shits talking about shitty things.
Yeah,
It's
basically,
gonna be-
if you have a Disney Plus subscription, get
Just
the fuck
stop
out of here.
listening.
Just get the
Just
fuck
stop
out of
listening.
here.
I, for one, do not have a Disney Plus membership.
Neither do I, but for some odd reason, it's downloaded on mine and Molly's it's her PlayStation 4, but still.
Oh,
It's downloaded, but we don't have a subscription for it, so I'm just like, why did you download? She's like, I don't know.
hey, I mean, Disney's gonna take over everything, just like Google and.
Disney could have bought Florida 100 times over. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it, man. Disney's gonna take over everything. Like, they're gonna own Netflix. They're gonna own Hulu. They're gonna own everything. You're not gonna be using Google. You're gonna be using Disney.
They bought Star Wars and ruined it. Actually, no. I
What-
don't think they really ruined it. I think that they did what they could.
That's a topic. Okay,
Yeah.
are you a Star Wars fan?
I am a Star Wars fan.
Really? I didn't know that about you, actually.
Yeah, actually, I am.
Okay.
I am a Star Wars fan. I don't talk about it because it's
embarrassing, right?
No,
I get
it's
it.
no. It's not embarrassing. I'm still one of those fucking rebels at heart. For example, The Office and the Office and the fucking shows that Molly has been having me watch lately. American Horror Story. I was never a fan of them, on the pretense that they were popular.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, I guess that's that kind of just defines my whole thing about being a musician. It's not at the time it wasn't as popular and everything like that, And so it was just trying to be a rebel. But yes, I am a Star Wars fan. I just don't talk about it.
Yeah, for me, Star Wars is one of those things. It was just as a kid, you're just God damn, I can't wait for these lightsaber battles.
Right?
That was it. That's all I looked forward to. That's why
Really?
I loved. Yeah, that's all. I didn't know anything about the lore and the story behind it. I was just a kid. I just saw some flashing lights and I was like, that's pretty cool. I like that shit.
No, I feel that. Okay, in my younger years, definitely it was all about the lightsaber battles.
Yeah.
But it's kind of funny. The more I played games like Skyrim or Warhammer, I got really heavy into stories. I love stories. I fucking love stories.
Okay. Yeah, no, that was my problem. Was I always never really paid attention to the stories and all that because. Hold on, I feel like I had a burp. Never mind. Stories for me were just it has to be super fucking interesting.
Yeah.
And if it's not really something completely unique and original, then I just really don't want any part of it. And Star Wars has been this ongoing thing and they just keep going on and on. It's yearly, like a Call of Duty game.
Yeah.
And it's just
And they made so many games.
Yeah.
So many fucking games.
And I don't know. I never fell into the crowd. I can see why people really have gotten into it. I mean, there's always the Star Trek people and the Star Wars people, and
Which I'm also a Star Trek fan. I'm not.
Are you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You really don't talk about this.
No.
Like,
Why?
okay, so you were obviously one of those people that watched Rick and Morty,
Yes.
and you stopped after everyone went crazy, right?
Yeah.
They got this, the Pickle Rick boy thing.
Oh God.
Yeah, so
Like
that was like something.
It was a fun concept. It was a fun
was
concept,
fun.
but once it becomes like a worldwide hysterity.
You're using bigger words than what I should be even comprehending right now.
Yes, and I am here for the more intelligent audience, but
I'm here for the retarded people.
no, we're both here for the retarded.
For all my low IQ boys out there, shouts.
But yeah, no, it's just like once it just became like really popular, it was just like it's cringeworthy. For me, it gets cringeworthy if it's really popular.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know. It's just like at that point, and then it's just it's there all the time, and I lose interest. I do. That's how I've always been.
Yeah, and I mean that Pickle Rick thing. It was just supposed to be like here's a little chuckle to throw at you guys. Here's a little chuckle joke.
I
And
thought
then
it was
all of
more
a
like-
sudden everyone was just like, "Holy shit, that was comedy gold. That is the best joke I've ever heard in my entire life." And they just took it to the next level. And everything, you get Rick and Morty shirts, Rick and Morty condoms, Rick and Morty everything, and it's just like, come on now.
More like comedy copper, if you ask me. But you know, I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, who's rating though? Who's the critic?
the guy. What's the guy's name? Jason Roland.
Jason shit, I can't remember.
Something like that.
Yeah, Mr. Roland.
Mr.
Roland.
Mr. Roland. He didn't mean for all this to happen.
No,
was
but
just like-
I'm very happy for his success. Very
Yeah,
happy.
Absolutely.
He never lost me as a fan. It's just more like I said. It's at that point when it gets really popular. It's just okay. You just take a step back, and then like I come back to it, and it's still funny.
It is still.
It's
funny.
still funny.
It is still funny.
It's one of those comedies that's going to be around. It's going to be one of those shows that really will never go away because the show itself hits on a lot of topics.
Yeah.
Like a lot of real world topics that you're just like. You're just kind of like, fuck. Like you thought about it, but at the same time, it's just like. It's like, wow, I never really like sat down and thought about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's certain moments like that. For me, I just liked the different comedy that he used with some of the things. Like, it was just different comedy. Like, it wasn't something like, and I guess that's all part of the whole Adult Swim thing. Like, it's always different comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's never like you're not gonna see Family Guy comedy on there or anything like that. And not that Family Guy wasn't good. I liked my fair share of Family Guy.
Yeah, dude, Seth MacFarlane. Ooh, and that's a funny thing. Obviously, in Seth MacFarlane, he was actually I think he was a big Star Trek fan, obviously, because then he came out with
He was actually in an episode.
He was
Yeah,
shit,
right?
really?
Yeah.
Wait, which season?
I don't know. I just remember. I know he was in like an episode of Star Trek.
But then he made the Orville on
I don't know
Hulu.
what that is.
Dude, it's a
I've heard of
spin-off of Star Trek, basically.
Oh.
No offense to Seth MacFarlane, I just highly respect your work on the Orville, and I really like that it hits on today's topics. It's amazing, absolutely amazing.
Oh, and what was the offense to him?
No, there was no offense.
Oh, okay.
No,
I thought you were.
I said it was a spin-off, but I don't
okay,
mean it's
okay.
I don't mean that like in an offense. Like it was obviously in the same template.
Well, Mr.
Same is-
McFarlane, if you're listening to this and Corey offended you, you're welcome to come on this podcast and defend yourself.
You can easily tell me how much of a piece of shit I am. Just please come on our show.
Yeah, he'll suck you off.
I don't know whether or not I should be like terrified or very
Pleased.
pleased.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would. McFarlane, just come here. Just Seth MacFarlane, just get on our show, please.
Please.
Give us some
Please.
popularity. I don't want to. I'm tired of working retail.
Well, I'm not tired of working at the vape shop, but that's a whole nother story we're not going to talk about.
Well, yeah, we're gonna leave those separate. Corey, you like beating off?
I'm a guy, aren't I? Fuck. And like every guy likes beating off. You have to. You have to be a guy.
Hey, remember?
So you have to like beating off if you're a guy. I mean, I'm not trying to throw gender roles into the whole ordeal, but I'm sorry, but you have to like beating
Oh,
off.
absolutely. That's actually another thing I wanted to talk to you before we get into masturbation stories, I wanted to actually ask you, do you remember that time in high school or whatever when there would be guys denying that they would, like guys denying, remember it was like known as kind of an embarrassing thing to like jerk off and stuff like that?
Yep.
So,
Oh, jeez.
and like we had to come to the conclusion basically that 100% of guys pretty much have jerked off.
At some point,
Yeah,
they had to.
If this girl if you're a girl if you're a girl in high school and your man's telling you, I've never jerked off to porn.
That is a fucking lie, ladies. You
lie.
heard it from the SKUMCAST here.
You heard it from the SKUMCAST right here. I'm pretty sure most of our audience are gonna be probably after high school, but if you happen to be in high school, just know that. Just know that. Don't let them fool you. They're pieces of shits. Trust me.
Masturbating is okay, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm not gonna repeat that one joke from the first one. Anyways,
No, you're not. You're not.
we're not gonna use the.
Because we've already gotten shit for that from our friends.
Yeah, we have. We are not gonna use the 4-letter word that
Nope.
starts with R.
No, and no. Yeah, it goes back to the whole cam girl conversation that we had last podcast. Shit.
Apparently, I'm not allowed to use offensive jokes. Yeah. I'm still gonna use them though. Don't worry, guys. This is uncensored.
Yep. Don't worry.
This is MTV Uncensored. No, but Corey, what's a famous masturbation story?
So okay, so it wasn't necessarily like a masturbation story. Like I wasn't masturbating, but people thought I was.
What?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah,
like
it's already a good story.
What?
It was just weird because like I remember I was over at my buddy's house one day. I was still in elementary school, like 1st or 2nd grade or some shit like that, right?
Okay.
And his older sister comes in. I was sitting on the couch, and I was either watching him playing a video game or something like that. We were like taking turns and shit, and I was sitting on the couch. He was like sitting on the floor playing the video game. We like switched it and shit because all we really did was ever play video games.
Okay.
So one day, I'm sitting on the couch, and I'm just like, damn, my balls itch.
Okay.
And
Well,
I
that's
had
about normal.
And like,
I like how you're actually doing
like,
this in front of me too. To show me.
fuck you. Now that I'm like thinking about it.
He's getting antsy.
Yeah, no, fuck you. No, it's not my fault I'm wearing fucking shorts. Well, actually, it is.
Sorry, my girlfriend dresses me every day. I forget what kind of. I forget if I'm wearing shorts or pants.
Hey, I dress myself. I am my own human being, sir.
I'm
I am.
so
I
go
am an
pee-pee standing up.
adult. I'm an adult. You fuck.
Hey, as long as you go pee standing up, it's all good.
I wipe my own ass.
I would hope so. Front to
Anyway.
back or back to front?
No, it's always front to back. What the fuck is wrong with you? I had to think about that for a second because
Yeah,
I've
front to
never.
back.
Well, it's one of those things you don't think about. You
Well,
don't
front to
think
back
about it.
Would be like going from like
Yeah,
your
and then
taint
you get-
area up.
Yeah. No.
So
wait,
would you ever go back to front?
no, because then you get shit on your balls.
You'd think. I've heard someone on another podcast that I listen to. He does it from back to front. Doesn't get shit on his balls.
See, do we actually want to hear? See, this is what happened last time. I was about to tell a story,
No,
and
that
then
was a side story. That was a side mission.
Okay.
Go ahead and continue your ball itching story.
No, it was
I just
just
saw you-
basically like I was just like I had my hands in my pants. I
Show
was
me
just
again.
basically rearranging my balls because it was both itchy and sweaty. I don't know. Like it's Arizona. Fuck off.
Okay.
And so
No, I
basically-
understand.
And basically, like his sister walks in and asks her like, "Are you jacking off?" And like I don't even think I know that. I don't really remember. But like.
Was I jerking off?
He was like, "You jacking off?" I'm like, "No, I was itching my balls." And she's like, and she just would not stop teasing about it for like another 2 years afterward. It was so weird. I was just like, they never let me live it down.
Well, at that
And it
point,
was like, "Oh yeah,
should've-
you know jack off in our bathroom?" I was like, "Fuck you."
At that point, you should have just went along with it and been like, "Yes, I was jerking off."
Yeah.
But at the time when they asked you and you paused for a minute, I thought you were about to be like questioning like yourself. Was I jerking off? Was I not actually itching my balls? Was I actually just jerking off?
Well, knowing me and my anxieties, oh yeah, I definitely thought about it. I was just like, wait a minute. Wait, no!
So that's your most embarrassing one?
That's honestly the most embarrassing one, otherwise.
Really?
Yeah, honestly. Like, I haven't had, like, a masturbatory story where, like... Yeah, I never really had one, no. No one really came... No, I don't remember anyone really walking in on me, like, jacking off or
Nothing
anything.
weird that you were... Okay. Well, I mean, I always had my famous one. I mean,
Yeah, so let's hear your famous one. It's got to be a lot better than mine.
I'm pretty sure, like, all 10 people listening to this podcast all already know this story about me. But I have a famous masturbating story of when I was, I don't know, it must have been in like high school some point, and my parents left for the day or for the hour or whatever, and I was just like, oh well, shit, I can jerk off right now. So like I had homework to do, but I was also hungry and horny. So that's
Oh God,
yeah,
no,
you know what I'm talking about. It's the story of the 3 H's.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Hungry.
you are in for the fucking story of a lifetime, and it's the first episode. This is gonna be great.
My friend
Enjoy the show.
My friend Austin, he's actually going to be on this podcast later on.
Mm-hmm.
He actually posted on Reddit this story because he was like, he actually
Holy
posted
fuck,
about,
are you
yeah,
serious?
he was like, yeah, my friend did. I forgot how he worded it, but he posted on Reddit because like someone asked like any weird masturbating stories. And he's like,
What's
oh,
the
well, now,
tag for it?
I don't know. He found it. I don't know what it was. And probably one of his dumb things that he's following.
All right, to be continued from here from this point out.
You'll hear it from him. But it's the Triple H story, the hungry, horny, and homework masturbating story. So I was working on my homework, you know, like a little young lad, and the laptop was right next to me. So I pull that shit up, and all of a sudden I'm hungry, and I'm like, fuck, man, like, why do I have to be hungry at this time? So I go, I put some wieners on the grill, luckily not mine, and I cooked them right up, and I made some hot dogs. I made some nice hot dogs, and I sat back down, and I had my homework.
Yeah.
And I was eating this hot dog, and I had some fresh lesbian porn on. I had my wiener out with my other 2 wieners on my plate, and I was eating a hot dog and jerking off to some lesbian porn. Everyone asked me if I'm gay, and I'm like, no, obviously not if I was watching lesbian porn. I just had 2 extra wieners next to me. That's all. But
Did you have some chili at least? Fuck.
Well, no, it wasn't. I don't put no chili on my hot dogs.
Oh, you're fucking up there, bud.
It's just mustard,
You're
man.
fucking
It's
up
just
there,
some
bud.
mustard. But yeah, I was luckily. I still kept cranking it to my own wiener and eating the other wiener. Thank God I wasn't eating my own wiener and jerking off the hot dog. So I thought I would have been confused at some point, but good thing I didn't get confused.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I don't know how I would just like start sucking my own dick and then I'm jerking off. No, I'm eating my dick and I'm jerking off.
I'm jerking off my hot dog and eating my dick.
And I'm like, shit, it happened again.
Oh man, the bite marks just healed. Damn it.
My dick is 2D. It flattened.
Oh my god. Speaking of flat dicks.
Okay. I love Denny's.
Oh my god. Okay, so, alright, so, yeah, so I used to live in another house. I used to live with a married couple and another roommate. So me, the wife, and the other roommate were sitting out back. We were smoking marijuana, of course.
Okay.
It basically, what happened is that I was high as shit. You know, my normal, like, because, like, you know how I have absolutely no tolerance for weed whatsoever.
Oh, it's pretty great, guys.
Yeah, no.
He's really cute.
Yeah, no, we might actually have to have a podcast episode about it, though.
Okay.
That'd be fun. Anyway. But, no, what happened is that I was high as shit. They were all smoking. The husband, I think he was off doing something else inside. And my other roommate was a female too, so and so basically what ended up happening is that they were having like having girl talk right in front of me for some reason, and like the wife was telling us a story about how she asked her mom about like the weirdest dick that she's ever been with.
Okay.
And she was just like, oh, it's like, I guess, it was like a flat dick. And I was just like, wait, what? And my high ass immediately went to like thinking it was her. And I was like, wait, did you get a paper cut?
Stupid.
And they were just like looking at me like I had lost my fucking mind. And of course I did. I was fucking high as shit.
Fucking Paper Mario dick.
I'm thinking like fucking Joker status over here.
Wow, that's.
You want to know how I got these scars?
I was sucking some dick, and boy was it flat.
It was paper thin.
It was razor sharp.
So yeah, that's the end of my story.
All right, well, I mean, I never heard of a flat dick, but if any of you have a flat dick out there, we'll accept DM pictures. Send it to Corey's DM.
Send nudes. Send it to the Forsaken Scum page.
Yeah.
We like nudes. We've already sent nudes of Homeboy over here. That was hilarious.
That is true. If you guys want to, my Forsaken Scum nude is still up on the Facebook page, the band page. Yes, the band page. So go ahead and check that out. Like and subscribe. Rate that nude. Oh, speaking of rating, I was also telling Jenna, my girlfriend, also. I was telling her today when I was cranking it to some porn. I like to read. I always love the comments. You ever just after you finish, just go and read the comments?
No.
They're pretty great.
Oh God. Okay. All right. This ought to be good.
Yeah. So one girl was like literally like milking her titties onto this other girl as she's getting pounded, and I'm like, what is the purpose of you doing this? You're just kind of like in the way now. You're
fuck! Like, did you ever watch it? You watched episode 2 of Dave, right?
Excuse me?
That Hulu of Lil Dicky.
No,
Dave.
I didn't watch that.
No?
Is it good?
Oh my God!
I don't have Hulu anymore.
You don't?
No.
Oh, dude, fucking watch it sometime. All right.
Yeah,
In which case, I'm not gonna spoil it for you.
Okay.
I'm not gonna spoil it for you. Damn it.
I do want to watch it because I like my boy Lil Dicky.
Lil Dicky.
No, yeah, she was just milking her titties onto some other chick as she's getting pounded doggy style, and all of a sudden, like, one of the comments down there was like, he was just like, yo, why the fuck she milking her titties onto this girl as she's getting pounded? And I'm like, what the fuck? But the best part is like you always get those bots or those like spam things.
Ooh, so horny.
Yeah, those. But like
What?
one of them was like really weird. It's like, rate my pussy. And I'm like, who sits back and rates pussy? Like, is this American Idol of judging pussy? Like, what? And then like the one, it was like a reply to that. And it's like, I'm thinking,
rate it from vacuum seal to an Arby's sandwich.
how is it like?
No, we both obviously got that from Dane Cook. Fuck.
Who?
Dane Cook?
Oh, the comedian. I didn't get
Yeah.
it from him, but
Yeah. Oh, really?
I know who he is. I never really watched him that much.
Yeah, I didn't get it. I couldn't get it.
No.
It was too childlike for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, okay.
Now, like, I enjoy Jim Jeffries. Jim Jeffries, I would love that man.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh
I
my
stopped
fucking God.
I stopped watching stand up because it kind of got
What
like,
in the fuck is wrong with you?
It started getting like to the point where every comedian, it was just kind of like Netflix was just releasing like anyone on the street that was told one joke, and then all of a sudden they're like, hey, here's a stand-up comedian that we can put on our fucking streaming service, and it's like Netflix just takes in everything. I swear to God.
Yeah, it does seem like Netflix is going downhill. It really honestly does. Because, dude, like, they have the shittiest
mixed.
selection of horror movies. Have you noticed this?
Oh no,
Like, it's fucking garbage.
You view them as the shittiest. I view them as the best. They are wonderful to watch.
All right, $5 you can sell this to me.
Have you ever watched them with your buddies drunk and made fun of them?
Yeah, so you're actually not scared. You're just doing it for...
Oh no, they're not scary at all.
Oh, they're just funny. They're just hilarious
They're
to
just
you.
fucking hilarious.
Okay.
That's my stand-up.
You lose the
comedy.
bet.
That I told you they're the best. I didn't say why.
Fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
you owe me $5.
No, I don't owe you shit, motherfucker.
I want you to take a shit in my hand. That would be my $5. No,
Alright.
but those are great, dude. I love watching the horror movies on there. It's so great. Like, I mean, horror movies in general really don't scare me. Because, and I'm not trying to be Big Dick McGee over here. I'm just trying to say,
Big
like,
Dick McGee.
yeah, I'm just saying because,
McGee.
like, but I'm just saying, like, most of them, like, even like the AAA horror movies and stuff, like, they use the same concept, like, over and over, like, a quiet, like, 30 seconds, and then all of a sudden, like, a loud piano or orchestral noise to scare you. And I'm like, bitch, this ain't even scary. Like, this is just a cat, like, slamming its feet on the piano, and then that's the scary part, and like a scary face.
Well, I think it's because of the attack. It's for the sake of the jump scare.
Yeah, but I know, but jump scares are so cheap nowadays. It's getting bad. Like, I watched Pet Sematary. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
Oh, the new one?
Yeah.
Oh, that was trash.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just trying to give you an example of what they do. Like, they just, like, literally turn and, like this loud, like, semi noise. Like, they amplified it. It's like they just pushed the gain level up on this semi noise, but it was coming up like a Tesla. It was like, it's quiet. Like, you couldn't hear the semi, and all of a sudden it's just, and that was their jump scare.
Yeah, I'm gay.
Yeah. No, but it's like, how would you not hear this truck coming up beforehand? But all is like they just turned on the microphone right when it passed by. Like, I don't know. That's just where we're at with horror movies nowadays.
It's just one guy like running across the like base of like an orchestral pit.
Pretty much.
while the orchestra's playing.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what we're dealing with, guys. That's what we're dealing with nowadays with horror movies.
I get it. I mean, okay, you gotta admit, like, Hereditary was good. Hereditary was definitely good.
Well, that's because they
Like,
didn't use jump scares. They
didn't
actually
use
used real scary tactics.
But like, I see what you're saying. You know, like, not so much the music, but then it's just also like these horror movies. They're just, I feel like they just don't go in depth. I love watching lore videos, like lore videos about Elder Scrolls, lore videos about Warhammer.
Depends with me.
Well, I mean, like you,
I
if
see
you're
why people
interested
like
in
it.
the
Yeah,
story,
yeah,
you want
yeah.
to know the gritty details.
Absolutely.
Like, why does this happen? Why does this happen?
Yeah.
Why does this happen? Exactly. So, in which case, like, I'm a big lore fan,
Okay.
and I felt like Pet Sematary didn't go into it. It was just like, oh, she's back. Well, now she's apparently part fucking demon. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Oh, absolutely. It was
Like,
not a
the
good
little girl's
movie.
back, and then, like, you know, all these yeah. It just ended on a cliffhanger with no explanation.
Yeah.
Literally no explanation as to why this Pet Cemetery. It was almost like it was like a part of a story that would explain later, but Stephen King only wrote one book. He only wrote one book about Pet Cemetery.
Yeah.
So it was just like, and now, like, I want to read the book because now it pissed me off that bad.
Yeah, no, it was an awful movie. I really don't know much about the whole Pet Cemetery lore or anything, but I think I ended up looking up just kind of like what it was about and what it was supposed to be about.
Yeah.
And then I saw the movie I just remember going back to the movie, like remembering it. I'm like, wow, this was not what I thought it would be. Okay.
Budget cuts.
So, yeah, it was, huh?
Budget cuts.
Is it though? Or is it just laziness?
It has to be budget cuts.
But they
at
have
this
the money.
point because it has to, or maybe it is laziness.
Have you seen that movie Hush on Netflix?
No.
That's a good little horror thing, and they had such a low budget. And it's like, it proves to you that you don't have to have a big budget to make like an actual scary thing or
Yeah.
movie. And I think that's just, I don't know. I'm not a director. I don't know. It's
Honestly, at this point, I feel like I should be.
You probably could. I could see young Corey out there making some movies.
Oh yeah,
I'll
making
be
some.
your little actor.
Bro, get that GW contract. Like, what's up though? Games Workshop, make
Games
Warhammer.
Workshop.
But apparently they're already in. Okay, I don't even know what's going on though, because it's like, for like stuff like Warhammer, like people have been crying out to Games Workshop, crying.
Ooh, is this a
What?
rant coming up?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a rant.
Ooh.
People have been crying, and it has been people that own no rights to the game or the stories or anything of that universe making better quality. Unfortunately, they just take a lot of time, but they're making way better quality fucking animations explaining their stories, like Mark Lewis Spark. And I know you don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
No, okay.
I'm interested. I just don't know what.
And the thing is that we could talk about this a whole fucking
I bet
podcast
you
episode. Anyway, end rant. Games Workshop make an actual series.
Hey,
People would actually watch it. Look at Mark Lewis Spark.
Okay. For those of you that know
And the
what the fuck
Astartes.
Corey's talking about, there you go. I know it's something we can both agree on that we can rant about. Bethesda.
Bethesda.
Wonderful Bethesda.
Wonderful Bethesda.
Oh, you sons of bitches.
Todd
That's it.
Howard.
Just kidding.
Todd Howard.
Is that
You have made a wonderful game. I will say that. Skyrim has kept me entertained for hours on end. Oblivion and Morrowind. I will say that all fucking day.
it kept all us young boys entertained.
Yeah, when I first saw Morrowind, I could not stop playing it. In fact, I felt bad because I basically used a friend of mine to go play it because I didn't have it.
Ooh. I mean,
I loved it that much.
you got a true fan out here, Bethesda. You just made this kid use his own friend to play Morrowind.
Yeah, I feel bad. I feel bad about it to this day. Anyway,
But
but yeah, no, I haven't. I mean, like I have Skyrim. I just recently re-downloaded Oblivion
Did
of
you?
all things. I got the whole like.
it's a classic.
It's a classic. Like I mean, like don't get me wrong. Like the graphics in it aren't as good as Skyrim. It's like by no means.
Well,
But it was great when it came out. It's one of the most beautiful sandboxes.
is it a sandbox though?
Well, I don't know.
Sandbox
Like
is
I've been
Grand
hearing that
Theft
term
Auto.
lately, but to me, it's create your own thing in your own but it isn't within the limitations of Bethesda, their world. Obviously Dark Brotherhood, Thieves Guild. However, my only gripe with Skyrim is that in comparison to Oblivion, the quest lines are a lot shorter. I mean a lot shorter.
Oh, were they?
Oh yeah,
I never
dude.
played Oblivion, so but
No, dude.
I know
dude,
it's a classic, but I haven't played it.
the main quest was twice as long.
Oh.
Quite easy. Go for it. It basically what was it like? Was it Tiber Septim? Yeah, it was Tiber Septim. Tiber Septim dies. You're the prisoner. You're not Dragonborn. You're not any sort of dragon anything.
Spoiler
dragon.
alert.
Yes. Well, it's not exactly a spoiler. The game's like fucking 12, 13 years old.
That is also true.
But anyway, it's just like you're the hero of Kvatch, and basically you're fighting off the Daedra because they're trying to invade Tamriel. And basically it was like, okay, you had a lot more in-depthness with the quest line because, you basically had like agents coming after you. You had a whole cult of the Mythic Dawn coming after you. So it was like you had to infiltrate a cult. You had to go somewhere. You had to go to an entire different realm of Oblivion in order to actually defeat the Mythic Dawn, and then you actually had a full-on fucking battle. Now, it wasn't the greatest battle because basically the amount of people that you had fighting with you depended on how many gates of Oblivion that you had to close in each city. So what they'd do is that they'd send 2 guards, which at this point is apparently Tamriel's military, which is kind of blatantly sad, I'm not gonna lie. But Tamriel's military was the town guard, and so each city would send 2. So if you did it for every city, you had 10, 12 NPCs fighting with you against the Daedra.
Damn, dude, you know your lore.
So
You weren't kidding about that.
well, I mean, I've played the game 100 times,
Well, that too.
and I just felt like the main quest line in Skyrim, they could have put so much more into it, so much more. But that's just me.
I mean, they are getting lazy. I mean, how many times are they gonna remaster it and re-release it?
How many? Well, I mean Okay, I was actually very impressed with the Dragonborn DLC.
No, I'm talking about them re-releasing it over and over and over and over. You got the special edition. You got
Which is what I have.
I mean, everyone has it now. But I mean, they just like re-released it for the Switch, and every E3 conference is just them re-releasing it for something else. Like I wouldn't be surprised if I wouldn't be surprised if it came on mobile. I know they already have like an Elder Scrolls game on mobile, but I wouldn't be surprised if they just released the whole Skyrim game on mobile.
And in which case, I would not leave my phone.
Yeah, that is true. But that's your
way too intricate though to release on mobile.
Probably, yeah.
Honestly, you have to admit,
You'd
you
be
basically
surprised,
have
though.
to have like Switch add-ons,
Switch add-ons.
like to put on your phone, because you'd have to have like an entire you'd have to have like a game console.
Oh, LG already hit all the gamers up.
Oh, this is your phone.
Yeah, LG already hit all the gamers up. You can add a second screen to that and use as a controller. It's pretty cool. There's your gaming and technology corner of this podcast for all you gamers out there and technology enthusiasts. We'll hit you up each time in this fucking podcast with technology and gaming conversations.
The fuck is this? Linus Tech Tips?
Pretty much. We're gonna go on everything. We're gonna be like a sex hotline. We're gonna be a technology hotline. We're gonna be all this. We're gonna get people calling on the. We're probably not gonna get that, but that'd be kind of cool.
Yep. Yo, so when do we fit? Okay. So are we done with this segment?
Yeah, I said that completes our gaming corner.
Anyway, all right. So, yeah.
What's your topic?
Thanks for joining us for this lovely episode of SKUMCAST. Be sure to stay tuned for our next episode, as well as like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell if you want to stay up to date with all of our content. Thank you for listening, you scumbags.